Hello, American history students. Professor Berninger coming at you. Welcome. I just want to say hello, and I'm looking forward to a great semester with you. The time period we're studying is 1865 to the present, so 155 years of American history. And I want to be as clear about this as possible. Our approach to history this semester is to figure out how we got to this moment, right? How did we get here? What can learning about the last 155 years tell us about our current situation, which we're all living in, obviously, which you're all going to try to be working in, voting in, living your life in, making a family maybe in. So we need to understand the moment we're in, and that's going to help us build a better future collectively as a country and be selfish as an individual as well. So we're going to study the last 155 years to figure out how we got here. And we're going to do a lot of connecting the present to the past. I heard on the news today's January 4th, the New York State Legislature is going to be gathering in Albany to pass some laws. They might legalize marijuana. Whoa! Guess what? Marijuana has been prohibited, illegal in New York State, just like alcohol was from about 1919 to 1933. We're going to study prohibition. Alcohol was illegal. Marijuana has been illegal. Probably by the time this semester is over, it's not going to be illegal. And even if it is in New York State, you can drive 20 minutes to Massachusetts where marijuana is legal. It's going to be legal in Vermont and I think New Jersey as well. So there's something that's happening now, right? Legalization of marijuana. That's not just about you sitting home smoking pot legally instead of illegally. It's about people, many people of color, who have been locked up for minimal drug offenses, and really lives have been wrecked over people getting busted for what is maybe a harmless crime. Anyway, whether you think pot should be legal or not, that's your business. Lead a healthy lifestyle. But it ties directly to the experience America had with the prohibition of alcohol in the 1920s. So we're going to do a lot of that this semester. What else? COVID. Oh, when was the last pandemic? 1918 through 1920. And here we are in another pandemic. And I want to talk a lot early in the semester. What have we learned about our past because of COVID-19? What is exposed about American society? We'll talk about that. So we want to do a lot of connecting there. There are many topics, many themes. We'll call it themes I want to work back to. One of them is race in America. Let's not forget the other big story besides COVID in 2020. It was race. We didn't hear a lot about it in the fall, but none of us can forget the image of George Floyd being murdered on the streets by a Minneapolis, I hope that's right, might have been Detroit, police officer. What does that come out of, right? It comes out of decades of racism. It comes out of slavery, which ended right before this time period. So race is a huge part of what we're going to talk about this semester, a huge part. We're going to talk about income inequality. We live in a time right now which was very similar to the late 1800s when there were really rich people, crazy rich, like Jeff Bezos, the Amazon guy, Tesla guy, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Paul Allen, Microsoft guys. And then a lot of poor people, right? Not a lot of middle class people around like me these days. There used to be a lot more of us making a good wage, nice pension, good health insurance. Nothing fancy in life, but solid. Now we've got a lot of people who are struggling, and some really, really rich people. The 1% at the top. Is it good? Is it bad? That's up to you to decide. But the moment we're living in. Facebook. The government is investigating Facebook, Instagram, by the way, and Facebook. They're all one company. And whether they should be broken up. Antitrust. Well, that was going on 110 years ago. So anyway, we'll save all that. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to connect what is happening today with the past, and that's going to help you understand your moment in time, this time you are living in, and also help us maybe predict the future a little bit and look for patterns and see where this truck is headed. Okay. So I'm really pumped and also a little nervous about this class. Most of you are taking this class, HI 104, for the first time. If not, I hope you do better this time than the first. Guess what? I'm teaching it for the first time, and I'm really excited about it. My undergraduate minor was American history, and I took many graduate courses in American history. I'm the town historian. I was just reappointed today to my 4th term as town historian of Ghent, New York. Every town has a town historian, by the way, and city and county in New York State. And I've worked for the National Park Service giving tours of historic homes in the Hudson Valley, and I read a lot. So I'm qualified for this class. And I've been teaching at Columbia Green for ever. This is 25 years, maybe, I think. My 25th year teaching at Columbia Green. So I've gotten pretty good at that. So anyway, I'm looking forward to this. You know, at my age, there aren't a lot of firsts left in life, but this is one of them. And I'm really looking forward to doing it with you, exploring this time period with you, how to teach it, how to learn it with you. And I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Some of you I know already. You're marvelous students. I've had you in class before. Some of you, I'm meeting you here. Hello. For the first time. I'm looking forward to getting to know you and going on this journey. There's an overused word. Journey. Everything's a journey. I took a journey to the mailbox today and got a flyer. Anyway. So, yeah, a lot to cover this semester. The next 3 weeks, today's January 4th, I'll be putting a lot of planning and building into this class. I've been reading and thinking about it for the last 8 months since I found out and asked to teach it. So what's going to happen here? HI 104. Once a week, Mondays at 8 o'clock, we're going to meet virtually all together. I'm going to sit at that nice desk over there, which has been in my family for, about 130, 140 years. So be teaching on the internet from an antique desk from the Berninger family. So we will all be together Mondays at 8 o'clock. Till 9:20 in the virtual classroom. I hope to have stimulating, interesting discussions, getting your thoughts, your views, some arguments even during that time. Otherwise, I'm going to make some videos for you. I might have some documentaries for you to watch alongside that. So that's what we'll be up to as far as the teaching and learning aspect of the class. As far as work, frankly, I'm still working on that. You are going to have some writing to do, at least one research paper, and then probably some other writings along the way. As far as the research paper goes, some of you just went, yeah, research paper. I really want you to find a topic you like. If you like basketball, hello, basketball big in the 20th century. If you like bicycles, what was the biggest sport in America in the 1920s? No, not baseball. Professional track cycling. Huge sport in America in the 1920s. So if you like sports, you can write about sports. We'd have to refine that a little bit, right? If you like cooking, you like working in the kitchen. Man, kitchen life really changed in this time period. From still having to kill the chicken, process the chicken, light a fire at a coal stove, to buying a rotisserie chicken loaded with salt at the store. So maybe you like to cook and bake. Well, that's changed a lot in the last 155 years. Transportation, there's all kinds of topics. Prohibition tied to marijuana. Music. I don't know what music you guys listen to. Maybe you want to write about John Philip Sousa, the March King. Probably not. Maybe you want to write about NWA, right? You know NWA, that group? Look that up. Maybe you want to write about minstrel shows, white people in blackface performing, making fun of black people. Sometimes black people were in blackface performing as white people in blackface. Maybe you want to write about that, black entertainment. Maybe you want to write about farms. Any farmers out there? Man, used to have a horse and a plow. Now you have a tractor, big tractor with GPS that knows how to do its way around the field maybe better than you do. So anyway, lots of good paper topics. We need to get started on that early. And I've got a few other assignments in mind, and I'll be putting all that together. But I did want to take a moment here to say, hello, American history students. HI 104, 1865 to the present. I'm really looking forward to this semester. Honestly, a little nervous about it, but I know together it's going to be great. Already put so much thought into this, and I hope you have too. So I will see you on the internet.